we're just gonna be doing some troubleshooting. I'm just picking Rogue Legacy because I've been having a PC problem, which pretty much seems to happen on every game I play. But I did happen to play some Rogue Legacy recently, and the problem was not happening, and then it started happening. Very apparent while playing Rogue Legacy. So the idea is just that it'll be super easy to tell that it's happening, hopefully. And it's something that was happening on in the past. So we're gonna see. We're just gonna jump around and see what happens. This game is locked, it looks like, to 144. So yeah, like, shouldn't be happening at all. Game's a little loud, but it's okay. We're just gonna run with it. We're just gonna go smack some shit. Yeah, guys. In theory, I'm gonna get my fucking ass kicked. I just want to watch the fucking frame thing. I don't actually want to, like, fight things. This is kind of a hard game to not pay attention. Dude, look how much money they drop. My god. This is a very hard game to not pay attention. I mean, so far, it's extremely stable. I don't think I've dropped a single frame. Maybe it's just DVD. Maybe DVD is like... This room is gonna kill me, but that's okay. I mean, I don't think I've dropped a single frame thus far. I need like a better frame counter. I could use like Riva Tuner, but I want to install as little shit as possible on my computer. Like, I already have enough fucking dumb shit installed. I don't think I've dropped a single frame. I just use I use the Steam overlay frame FPS counter. I like the Steam overlay FPS counter because it's super like nondescript. It takes up like so little space on the screen, and it like blends in pretty well to every background, and it's very easy to apply to every game. Oh my god, Death Defy! Look at that. And it's just super simple. Well, I died for real. Death Defy again? Oh my god. Look at me, I'm like a cat. I have 9 fucking lives. Okay. Not that time. Got 3 lives, it turns out. 3 lives. I mean, I don't think I've dropped a single frame. Oh, I dropped 20 frames there. That was like while I was loading. That doesn't really count. I don't care if I drop frames while I'm loading. That's the perfect time to drop frames. That's like when you want to drop frames. And then it makes all your other frames smoother. I mean, like, okay. This game is using 15% of my GPU. 15%. Like, how could it even be possible for me to have stutters while playing this game? Like, it's using 15% of my GPU and 15% of my CPU. Like, it shouldn't even be possible for me to be having technical issues while playing this game. Like, it just shouldn't be possible. But I was having horrible stutters when I was playing that one day. Like, something is very wrong. Like something is wrong. Or something was wrong. I mean, it seems like it's okay now. Maybe I did something that fixed it and it's just DBD. DBD's just shit. And Deadlock also was kind of shit, but Deadlock fixed itself. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm gonna literally rip my hair out. Holy fuck. I'm actually gonna go fucking insane, dude. Chrome. Yeah, but I was still having issues in Deadlock and in DBD, even after I switched off Chrome. Like, I switched off Chrome. Like, the amount of stuff I did, like, when I wrote up that fucking post, I can bring it up and I can fucking show you all the things I did, okay? Google Chrome. Or not Google Chrome. Why the fuck am I typing Google Chrome? I meant to type Reddit. There we go. Reddit, okay? I go to everything that I did, okay? I wrote it all down in this fucking post on Reddit. I did a clean installation of my graphics driver. I updated all of my motherboard drivers. I updated my BIOS. I did a Windows update. I stopped using Google Chrome and switched to Firefox. I disabled hardware acceleration in both OBS and my browser. I made space on my hard drives. I optimized and defragmented my hard drives. I cleaned all of my temporary files. I ran a check disk on both of my drives. I ran the CFC scan now command to check my Windows file health. I made sure my paging file was on my SSD. I made sure game mode was on. I turned it to high performance settings, power settings in both Windows and NVIDIA. I moved OBS to my SSD. I turned down my OBS settings. I turned up my OBS settings. I used default OBS in terms of my scenes, my settings, etc. I emptied my shader cache. I checked my temperatures. I turned on XMP in the BIOS. I turned down my in-game settings. I turned on VSync. I cleaned my PC and repasted my CPU. I disabled the NVIDIA audio driver and I disabled the game bar presence writer. None of this seemed to do anything. Actually, to be fair, some of it seemed to do something, but like everything I've fucking done, I don't understand. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my fucking mind because like, is there even a problem anymore? Like, am I having a problem? Is it gonna just come back one day and I'm not gonna know what the fuck fixed it? Is DBD having issues? Is like Deadlock having issues? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm fucking lost. I am beyond lost. I am baffled by what is going on. And my PC seems to run perfectly fucking fine otherwise. Like, 10 years old and it's still fucking kicking. And no problems. Except this fucking stutter. And then it just goes away and comes back sometimes. Like, just now it's just, nah, I don't want to be around anymore. I'm fine. Just like trying to prove me wrong. That's what it is. I'm gonna fucking lose it, dude. I'm gonna fucking lose it. What if it is my hard drive? What if it is my hard drive? And the problem is... What if it is my hard drive? No, because that doesn't make sense with Rogue Legacy. I was thinking, what if it is my hard drive, and when I like uninstall or a game, it's drawing files from my hard drive, and that's why it's causing the stutters, right? But that wouldn't make sense with Rogue Legacy because it would be drawing files from my hard drive. Well, you know what? Easy solution. Let's do another run real quick and just see if we get any stutters. And then I'll install the game on my hard drive and see if I can see a difference. Because if it prompts the issues that I'm having, then I know what the issue is. That's good troubleshooting right there. Very loud. Very loud. I mean, I don't seem to be having any issues whatsoever. No issues. Not a single stutter, not a single frame drop even. I am running at a smooth 144 at all times. No issues. Deathify, look at that. No issues. I don't think I've dropped a single frame the entire time I've been playing. Not a single frame. What did Hyperion's ring do again? It did something amazing, didn't it? I can't remember what it was. I don't think I've dropped a single frame. Dude, the death... What the fuck is... My deathify is not that high. I don't think. I don't think I've dropped a single frame. Like, there's been no stutters, nothing. It's been smooth as butter. How high is my deathify, by the way? Why am I not dying? 7.5%? God damn. A lucky bastard. Alright, let's quit the game. Right? Go to the title screen. Okay, let's quit again. Very weird that they put it on tab instead of escape, but that's fine. Let's uninstall the game. Okay? Uninstall the game. I'm going to install it on my hard drive instead, which it was never installed on. Well, maybe sometime like in the past when I did the weekly wheel game. But last time when we played it recently, it was not installed on my hard drive. It was installed on my SSD the entire time. But I might have installed it on my hard drive back in the day when we did the weekly wheel game, which was, I don't know, like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. But actually, no, it was like probably just like exactly a year because it hasn't been that long since I played it. And when I did play it recently, it was a year ago. Almost exactly. Crazy how fast time flies. Alright. That was me. Excuse me. That was me. Game's installed on my hard drive now. Let's see if we have issues. If we have issues now, I feel like it is somewhat isolated to my hard drive. What the fuck? I don't even have the fucking... What? My Steam overlay doesn't even work. What the fuck? the... That's a totally different issue. Why would my Steam overlay not work? Seems odd. Oh, now it works. Okay. Weird. Okay. Oh! It happened. That felt very similar. Oh, it's way more unstable. I'm dropping frames just walking around the fucking lobby. Let's go try and kill some shit. So wait, is it my hard drive? But so something, it must be something to do with my hard drive even though the game's not installed on my hard drive. That's weird. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, you know what I mean? It's still part of the system and there's gonna be some files on there. No, it feels like it's okay now. But that stutter, that felt very reminiscent of what I've been dealing with. So I guess the solution was just, I mean, maybe that person was right. Just fucking unplug the hard drive and they fucking... That person actually gave some fucking solid info, maybe? I don't know, it seems okay now. But that seemed very... That seemed very fucking solid. Like, that seemed very fucking... That felt exactly like what it was. I'm not getting any more stutters now. Let's keep going. Could it be like a memory leak? That's a question. If I have a memory leak in my computer. I don't know, I'm not having as many issues now, but that first stutter, that felt so like, that felt like 100%. I mean, it could just be that my fucking hard drive's toast and I just need to get a new one. Which, I mean, that's at least real easy. I can get a new hard drive. But nothing's happening now. Nothing's happening now. That could explain why the problem is so inconsistent, though. Because it's like drawing from the hard drive, and it's only sometimes that it needs to draw something from the hard drive. I don't know, it's not happening anymore, though. It was literally just that one stutter. Just that singular stutter. I don't know, it seems fine now. I mean, it doesn't hurt to get a new hard drive. I was honestly thinking about getting a new one anyways. They just get a new SSD. And that's something I can take over to a new system regardless. I want to know that it's definitely the issue, though. I mean, that first stutter felt so... But, I mean, that doesn't mean that it's hard drive related, though. Just one stutter is not enough. I need more. I need more. I need more to go off of, but I'm not getting any more. I mean, I'm not getting anything. It might be that... No, because that doesn't explain why it was happening a lot before. But I did do a lot of stuff to do with my hard drive since. So maybe it improved the issue. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it is a hard drive issue. And I improved my hard drive and made it less of an issue. But it's still bad in some places, if that makes sense. I don't really know how it works, but I think what I'm saying kind of makes sense. I don't fucking know, man. That first stutter was so promising. It was so promising. It seemed like exactly what I was looking for. That one stutter, just right at the start, just like chunked for 17 frames. Screen locked up. It was perfect. It was beautiful. It was a work of art. And then nothing. It's been smooth since. Why no other stutters? A smooth experience. Sir Gouda. I don't know. I'm lost. I mean, if it's fine, but the problem is that it came back once, you know what I mean? Problem is that it came back once. So what's gonna stop it from just coming back again, you know what I mean? Like, it came back once, and I'm gonna be fucking paranoid. I'm gonna be like, was that a stutter? Or, you know, was that just a frame drop? Was that a stutter? Was that in my imagination? The problem has been resolved. Yeah, but the thing is that last time I was perfectly fine with it just being resolved. But now it's because I know that it could come back again. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I'm mad it's gone. It's just that I'm mad that I don't know what the fuck is causing it. Because it came back last time. Which means it so easily could come back again. And when it does, I won't know what to do again. I won't know what the fuck is the problem. And it'll just be... And like, it stuttered there for a second, so I don't think the problem is like 100% gone. And maybe it is the hard drive, but... Like, how do I know if it's the hard drive? I mean, I did a check disk, and it doesn't seem like it was the hard drive. Hard drive seemed fine. It was just one stutter, so I can't like really be like certain that it was. Can't be certain that it's a hard drive. I don't know. I mean, if it's fixed, I guess, right? They got a new hard drive? Probably should. Because honestly, I would have liked a new hard drive anyway, so I guess it works out. I think I can afford that. I think I might have some ways. I don't know, like, it seems fine. I mean, it still seems like just as stable too. It was a little bit more unstable at the start, but since it's been fine. Like maybe a little bit of frame drops here and there, but nothing crazy. Like, when I say frame drops, I mean like 1 frame. Legitimately like 1 frame. I don't fucking. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I had a dream last night that I streamed. It was fun. that's the point that my life has gotten to. No stutter this time. It was a good dream, honestly. And then I woke up and realized it was a dream and it made me sad. Dude, I had another dream about this fucking cool concept for a video game that I wish it fucking existed. So I'm gonna run you through this concept, right? I had this concept for a video game, which is pretty wicked. So it was like an apocalyptic kind of scenario, right? And think like an isometric type game, right? And you're like kind of surviving, and you have like these colonies, right? Like, you know, like there's like the world is kind of like alive, and there's people, they build their colonies and they kind of, you know, like, you know, they get bigger and they have resources, you know, like food, water, etc. And they build up their bases with like ramshackle, like Mad Max kind of, not Mad Max, but like just like apocalyptic kind of like zombie survival type stuff. You know what I mean? Like using like cars and like wood and, you know, like bits of scrap metal and, you know, like water slides and stuff like that, just to kind of like build up their base, whatever it may be, like a treehouse, using like broken buildings and stuff like that, right? Kind of like 7 Days to Die vibe, actually. And then you had all these like these people in these colonies, and it was like an RPG. So like you had these weapons, and you could like customize the weapons with like stuff you found. So you could like have like a shotgun with like a laser sight and stuff like that. I know it doesn't sound that crazy, but it's just the concept of like being able to, and you could go out and you could attack the other colonies that these people had, and it was like all like alive, if that makes sense. So like everything was alive, and you could go and you could raid their base, and you could take all, like open their chests, and it had like the part that was the best was how alive it all felt, which obviously is not real because it was a dream. But it was that like they had all these random bits and bobs and stuff like that, and you could like, I looted them and I took them back to my encampment, and I staged like a raid into their base, which I fucking like, I can't remember what it was. I set up like, I built like a water slide into their treehouse, and I like attacked their base, and I like killed a guy or two, and then I started raiding all their chests, and then I recruited like 2 of their people, which I realized when I woke up, why did they join me? Why didn't they try and stop me? It was just me and one guy. I had like a Wolverine claw I'd built out of like some scrap metal and stuff, and I used that to like kill the first dude. And then they helped me, and we filled up our like inventories with loot, and then we went down the water slide and we ran away. And then we got attacked by a pack of not wild dogs, but dogs from the colony that we had just raided. And then we had one person who was in my colony who was a fucking badass, and she like grappled a fucking dog and she broke its neck. It was fucking wild. She was like a fucking Giga Chad. And then we went back to our fucking base, and the dog was rabid. It was trying to eat us. And we had all this loot, and we kind of like used the loot to build up our base. I don't know. I really like stuff like that. Like I really like stuff that like, I wanted to make a Reddit post I actually wrote and wanted to make a Reddit post about asking for more games that are like Total War, XCOM, or Mountain Blade, or like stuff like that, where like you have missions and then you have like an overarching strategy and something like that. I do really enjoy like the kind of the survival game aspect, or like RPG kind of scratches that same itch, in the sense that like you go out and you do something and then you come back to your base, you know what I mean? And it's like whatever you went out and did. But I like it more when it's like a very clear defined like mission, and the mission has like consequences. Like it's not like you can just return to your base at any time. It's like how it goes is like, you know, has a consequence, you know what I mean? I think that's the big thing, because like in a survival game you can always just return to your base, you know what I mean? There's no consequence for how it goes. Whereas something like XCOM, you can't just return to your base, you know what I mean? Like if you fail the mission, you fail the fucking mission, you know what I mean? Or like Mountain Blade, if you fail a fight, your guys fucking died, you know what I mean? Or like Total War, you fail that fight, your army died, and you might lose the city, or you might lose the war that you're fighting, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. And I really I like that concept so much, and I wanted to make a post to the fucking gaming subreddit and ask for more suggestions for games like that. Just personally, I want to hear more of them and see what other people had, like just hear people talk about that kind of genre, that kind of idea of game. And it got fucking removed because you can't post on the gaming subreddit until you have enough karma in comments, like enough upvotes on your comments in that subreddit. And they don't tell you how much you need because they don't want people to bot it. So it's like, it made me realize that the majority of people commenting in that fucking subreddit probably are just trying to get enough karma so they can make a post. But you have to make good posts. You have to make good comments so that people can fucking do it. Crazy. One of my most upvoted comments on Reddit, by the way, it has like thousands and thousands of upvotes, is it was a clip from Kriparian where he was at an event or something. He was at a hotel and he was playing Hearthstone. It was a pretty big clip at the time. And somebody opened, he had like a webcam, and somebody opened the door to his hotel room, and they kind of peeked in a little bit, and there was a backpack on the door handle. They peeked in a little bit. They saw him just using the computer and obviously thought he was distracted, and they took the backpack and stole it. And because he had the webcam on, the guy got caught in 4K, which is fucking wild. And I remember I commented something like, you know, it's crazy because, you know, if you know, the stream and Twitch chat wasn't there, then he would have gotten away with it. You know what I mean? Because nobody noticed. And Twitch chat like said something in chat. They were like, yo, somebody just took a fucking backpack. Like, what was that? That was weird. It was like a crazy clip at the time. Because legitimately the guy got caught in 4K by Twitch chat, which is kind of a funny way to get caught. But my comment got like thousands of upvotes because everybody was like, you know, just agreed that it's crazy that Twitch chat caught him. Reddit is enough of a cesspool as it is. Better there's some barrier to entry for creating a thread. No, you're not wrong. Especially because gaming is like one of the biggest subreddits. It's like, I think it said it was like the number 3. Like the number 3 biggest Reddit. Yeah, it's the number 3 biggest Reddit. Kind of crazy. r/funny is the biggest. Crazy. And then there's r/ask Reddit, r/gaming, r/world news, r/today I learned, r/awe, music, memes, movies, science, shower thoughts, pics, jokes, news, videos, space, ask science, DIY, books, not the onion. I don't know what that one is. Mildly interesting, food, earth porn, get motivated, explain like I'm 5, life pro tips, gadgets, I am a, where the mundane becomes fascinating and the outrageous suddenly becomes normal. Suddenly seems normal. I don't know that one. What's Not the Onion? For true stories that you could have sworn were from The Onion. What's The Onion? I don't know. Art, gifts, sport, data is beautiful, futurology, documentaries, uplifting news, Photoshop battles, personal finance, Tifu. Don't know what that is. Oh, today I fucked up. Old school cool, writing prompts, history, philosophy, no sleep. No sleep is a fucking weird Reddit. No sleep is a fucking weird Reddit. Because the first time that I went on No Sleep, I did not realize that it was like one of those things where everybody's like in on the joke and everybody's pretending that it's real. Because it freaked me the fuck out. I thought I just fucking went through a portal to fucking like Psycho Land. Like I thought I was reading like genuinely deranged shit. I was like, what the fuck? Like these people all think this shit really happened? Like what the fuck am I reading? It was the comments that scared me the most. Because when I read the stories, I was like, okay, this is somebody like, it's just somebody like making up a story. Some of it seemed kind of believable. Some of it was like full off the wall sucking psycho shit, right? And the comments were all people being like, oh my God, are you okay? You know what I mean? Oh, like, you know, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what am I reading? Like, did this really happen? And then there was the ones that were like so unreal. And I was like, is this like just a joke that everybody's in on and I'm not? You know what I mean? Like, what is happening? It was super weird. It was super weird. People write some really good fucking stories on there, though. No joke. People write some really good stories on there. People actually have some real writing talent. The Onion is a satirical news website. They make absurd shit up and present it as real news and hard debate the idiots. Gotcha. Okay, that's fun. No, yeah, there's some really cool stuff on No Sleep, to be honest, but you really have to know what you're going into. Yeah, it's fucking wild to read it without not going. Read it without not going into it. The rules are posts must be a complete horror story. The stories must be plausible. All stories must follow our plausibility rules. Multiple stories in one post must be connected. Posts must be original stories. Titles must follow specific guidelines. Series must follow series guidelines. Follow all posting guidelines. Everything is true here, even if it's not. Comments must contribute to discussion. Be respectful to one another. Do not message the mods of No Sleep. So they have a link. No Sleep in depth immersion / out of character on No Sleep. One element which sets No Sleep apart is its immersion rule, which states everything on No Sleep is true, even if it's not. This goes for both comments and posts for writers and readers. Whether your story is 100% fact, semi-fictional, or based on actual events, or 100% fictional, writers and readers of the sub will pretend it's real. This means if you post a story about where the main character was abducted by aliens and returned to Earth with an extra nose, you play along in the comments as though you're the character who was abducted by aliens and returned to Earth with an extra nose. You don't reply as an author who wrote a fictional story about an abductee. You don't leave author's notes in the post itself. You remain in character in both posts and comments. This also means if you're a reader who just read a post about someone who's abducted by aliens and returned to Earth with an extra nose, you play along in the comments as though the poster was abducted by aliens and returned to Earth with an extra nose. You don't reply as though the post is a fictional story, nor do you try and debunk it, since everything on No Sleep is true, even if it isn't. Which is it's fun. I'll give it that. It's fun. I've heard a few stories from No Sleep covered by some horror YouTubers. Some of them were good. Others were like basic bitch tier creepypasta stuff. No. Yeah. I definitely read some that were like basic bitch shit, but also I read some that have like I remember like even like a year and a half later. Like I don't remember when I read No Sleep originally, but like I just went through and I read like some of the top posts, like recent top posts. And well, maybe I did just do top all time. Let's see. Top all time. Maybe I did. No, I don't think so. No, yeah, I didn't read these. Some of them are wild, though. Some of them are wild. I like horror stories, though. I don't know. He said get forked, and then he came and forked me. Okay, see, that does not sound like a good intro to a story, but it also sounds like it might be a banger. Like, maybe it's a facade, you know what I mean? Starts off simple, lures you in, and then it's an absolute banger. Who knows? Who knows? I really like horror stories. That's like one thing that I've learned as I've gotten older. Like, just like, I don't know, there's something about horror stories, like the feelings that it elicits and the way that a story can be told is so much, like, I don't know, it's so much more vivid when it comes to horror. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's also like mystery and intrigue. You know what I mean? It's that sense of not knowing what's going to happen that really makes it interesting. Because, like, I don't know, like, I think it's like a story, like normal stories just don't intrigue me as much anymore, because I guess because I feel like I know what's gonna happen. Like, they don't really feel like they're that like intriguing. They don't keep me on the edge of my seat enough. I don't know. I like the feeling that horror stories elicit in the reader, and the way that it kind of tells the story using those emotions. You know what I mean? I find it really interesting. And I find it like really cool to see these like horrific ideas brought to life and stuff. The forker. Oh no. Um, it's really cool. I want to read some like classic horror story stuff at some point, but I don't know. I don't know what it would be. I know people like Steven Spielberg, but I don't know. I don't know any other like what is some classic horror literature? The Haunting of Hill House? That's a movie, right? I mean, most of these things probably would have started off as movies or as books, and they became movies. Dracula by Bram Stoker. That's 1897. Okay, these are maybe a little old. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Is that like a horror thing though? The Willows and the Wendigo by Algernon Blackwood. Both fairly quick reads, but absolute masterpieces in atmospheric, intangible horror. Huh. Any Edgar Allan Poe, any M.R. James, any H.P. Lovecraft, Frankenstein, Turn of the Screw. Pet Cemetery, The Shining, Haunting of Hill House, The Ballad of Black Tom, The Exorcist, Something Wicked This Way Comes. I recognize all these names. Anything by Poe. I don't recognize them. I recognize a lot of these names though. The Man in the Black Suit. Boogeyman. There's actually a book called The Boogeyman. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I like the name of that. Shirley Jackson's horror stories or horror works are a must. Frankenstein, Dracula. I Am Legend. that a fucking movie about a guy with a dog? King? Were you saying that that's like classic horror? I Am Legend? Isn't that a movie with a guy with a dog? It is, yeah. What the fuck? Probably a book first, though. And not saying that the book. Oh no, it is a 1954 post-apocalyptic horror novel. I don't know how horrific that really is, though. Oh shit, they're doing a new movie too. I Am Legend 2. Speaking of Stephen King, the only thing of his I've ever read, rather than seeing, is The Jaunt. Short sci-fi horror story. Can recommend. Gotcha. Interesting. I watched a Stephen King movie recently. Why did you say King, by the way? Were you just saying that that's a recommendation? Just anything from Stephen King? Not sure what you meant. I watched a Stephen King movie recently. Is it just called The Mist? Is it just called The Mist? It looks like it's just called The Mist. But said Steven Spielberg. Ah, okay. I meant King. Sorry, my bad. The Will Smith version of the movie really butchered the premise of I Am Legend. Gotcha. I meant Stephen King. That's my bad. I watched The Mist, and I actually really liked it. I thought it was a really good movie. But I did not like the ending. I did not like the ending, which apparently, Fluffkin said is a very popular thing. But I did not like the ending. I don't want to spoil it because it's like it's a pretty important part of the show and everything. So, or the movie. So I don't want to talk about it. I showed it to you for the ending. I thought you'd enjoy it. Really, the ending is the best part. There's a specific reason why I didn't like the ending. I don't know. I did not like the ending. I did not like the ending. I did not like the ending. Completely changed from King's book version, and King himself said it was far better than his version. Wow, interesting. That's interesting. No, yeah, I didn't like the ending. It actually, like, the ending pissed me off and made me not like the rest of the movie, to be honest. But the rest of the movie I thought was really good. I was hooked. I thought it was pretty good throughout. And I really liked the premise and everything too. Can you do a spoiler disclaimer and explain your reasoning? It's such a, like, I don't know. I don't think that that's that popular of a movie, and I really think people should watch it. And it's such a, like, I don't want to spoil anything. Like, I feel bad even about the stuff I've already said about it. Like, I feel like it's quite important to go into that not knowing anything. So I don't want to spoil anything. I do like talking about stuff, but I don't want to. The movie is nearly 20 years old, and everyone that has an interest in horror has seen it. Not me! That's the thing. People say that, but, like, I saw it for the first time. I didn't even know it existed. Top 10 classic. Is it, though? Is it, though? The Mist. Around 2007. I mean, it's only got 7.1 stars. It's funny though, I recognized a lot of the actors in it. A lot of the actors in this were in Walking Dead for some reason. Very strange. Maybe only two? I swear it was three. No, yeah, it was three. It was three. It had Star Killer in it too, which I didn't realize until now. But as soon as I saw him, I recognized his name, Sam Witwer. Witwer? He's Star Killer, kind of cool. I just meant top 10 classic, but the emote works too. No, yeah. No, I don't know. I feel like there's just so much stuff out there nowadays that, like, even though like I don't know, and like there's so little time sometimes that just because people want to watch something doesn't mean that they have a lot of the time. So I don't know. Spoiler free environment. Spoiler free environment. I can type it in the stream chat. I type in the stream chat. How do you do a spoiler? How do you do a spoiler? Help. Is it tilde? Is it a tilde? Nope. Do. There we go. There we go. Okay. Um. Spoilers for Song of Horror we talked about. I don't remember that at all. Playthrough. When we will do a playthrough. No, yeah. I remember that. There you go. There you go. That's why I did not like it. I don't. I have to write it down. Just like Tolkien. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I don't know anything about Tolkien. Ah, okay, gotcha. I also just don't like fantasy stories that much, I think. Like, I don't know, just like orcs and wizards and all that stuff, dragons and knights, dwarfs. It doesn't really interest me all that much. Like, it's a cool concept, but like, I don't know, it doesn't excite me. But maybe that's why, is because like when I was growing up, that was the norm. You know what I mean? Like the norm was like that those were just normal things, you know what I mean? No. This is true. This is true. This is true. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I kind of disagree. Like I get what you guys are saying, but I also think that it has its own I have my own issues with it. Like I don't think that's the only reason. I don't think that's the only reason. Like I feel like I have other issues with it as well. But I do agree that that probably is part of it. I agree that's probably part of it. I don't know. Waiting for them. What? What does that mean? For you? Oh no, I'm done. I don't think I have anything to say. What does them mean? I'm confused. No, I don't think I have anything else to say. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't like the ending, but I thought the movie itself was good. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, no. My other reasons are stated in the message I said. Like I think that my reasons are valid despite what you guys are saying. If that makes sense. But what you guys are saying is not the only reason that my reasons are the way they are. Does that make sense? I will type one thing. There you go. Does this work? There you go. I typed one other message. I think that's probably part of it. Because like, I don't know. I think different people have different reactions, you know what I mean? Dude, look at this, the fucking typing. This is the most use the Discord ever gets, man. This is crazy. Did I actually say that? Did I say that like word for word, Logan? Do you remember? Yes. I might have been talking about, man, that would be so fucking lame. I think I wasn't talking about That's funny. Passed away a little. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, you know what says something. No, yeah, that's true. That's true. No, yeah, because if I did say that, then I think I was meaning it in a different way. Like, I don't think I was meaning what actually happened. I think I was meaning something else. Um, I mean, it was an interesting ending. Like, it was interesting, but I don't know. I have my gripes with it. I have my gripes with it. Like, the rest of the movie was like way better than the ending, in my opinion. Which is interesting because, like, Fluffkins told me that the ending is what everybody loves, but for me, not so much. Um, but I enjoyed the movie a lot. I enjoyed the movie a lot. It's interesting that the book has a different ending. Interesting. Very interesting. I might have to read the book. I have to give the book a read. Maybe I'd like the book ending better. I don't know. Do you have any media that you enjoyed the plot twist? How about this one? Turned. The rest of the movie is pretty average in my opinion. Nothing from it stands out in a good or bad way. I liked how realistic it was. I like how realistic it was, and I really liked the concept of what was happening. I thought that the concept of like the movie, like the overarching concept, was really interesting, and I thought that the acting was good, and the some of the dialogue was bad, but the dialogue was bad in the moments that it was like cheesy horror stuff. You know what I mean? Like they went for that kind of like that like that kind of like cheesy horror where it's like, like slasher horror, like it's like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like, and people getting like murdered in like brutal ways, but it was like for kind of like cool effect, not really like, I don't know, like it was like, I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like old slasher horror, like monster horror kind of vibes. Like old timey kind of thing. With like special effects and stuff like that. I feel like those moments, the dialogue and the acting were a bit more shit. But everything outside of that was really quite good, and it was like really realistic. And I really liked how like dark and gritty it was at times, and how realistically it portrayed everyone, like how they would actually act. I feel like it was so accurate to real life. It was like really cool to watch. And I think that I really liked the premise of how the movie played out, if that makes sense. I do think they focused a bit too much on the character you mentioned. I would have liked if that was like a bit toned down, because they kind of made that like a big portion. I never got that. I never got that moment, Fluffkins. That was never a moment that I ever had. Sadly, I never got that experience. What? No, I didn't. You love it? I when I was a kid, I think what happened was I was too young when I got introduced to it. And so my parent had given the reveal away before I was too old, or like old enough to comprehend what was actually going on. And so it kind of just became this thing like, oh, he already knows, but I hadn't been able to comprehend it. So then I just kept watching the movies in whatever order. And so it eventually just kind of fell into place. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It was never like a big reveal or like anything like that. It just kind of like, it slowly made sense what was actually going on. Because I assume at one point I watched them in the correct order, but I think I was too young to actually understand what happened, because I remember as I got older, it kind of clicked in my head. Kind of hard to disagree. The majority of the characters had a horror movie character syndrome. When faced with a good choice and a bad choice, they pencil in a third stupid choice and opt for that. That's what real people are like. That's what real people are like. Real people do pencil in a third stupid choice. I mean, that's pretty accurate. I don't know. I kind of disagree though. I think that there was characters that had their heads on right and they made good choices, and there was characters that were like abysmally stupid. But like, again, that's just real life. Like, some people are abysmally stupid and helpless in a fucking like situation. And not only that, are they people get really focused on something. Like, they don't see the big picture. They focus on something that matters to them, and they don't think about the implications of what they're doing, or like what they're actually like, what is important to them. And so they do stupid shit. I feel like it's pretty fucking accurate to real life, to be honest. Like, that's just how people are. Like, people are just fucking like stupid. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's easier to comment on it. Like, if you're in that situation or in a situation, then obviously you are going to have that effect too. You know what I mean? So it's always easier to commentate. You know what I mean? To be on the sidelines. Okay. I disagree. I don't think there was some people who were actually smart, in my opinion. I disagree with that statement. I don't know. When was the last time you watched it though? I don't know. I feel like they weren't that bad. What do you think, Fluffkins? Been a little while. That's fair. That's fair. Waiting for Fluffkins' verdict. I think what happened was, with that, it wasn't that they were explaining the plot to me, by the way. It was that they just showed me the movies in the correct order when I was young, like I said, too young to understand really what was going on and comprehend. And then it was like, oh, the cat's out of the bag, so it's fine. But they didn't realize that I was too young to actually understood what had happened. And so it just like, I kept watching the movies in an assorted order. And so it just happened naturally. And I never got that big reveal moment kind of thing. Like, I was too young to comprehend it when it happened. Because I remember, I don't know if I said this, but I remember when I was a kid. I'm between the both of you. Definitely way more stupid and amped up for the film, but also IRL in a scenario like that, I could believe that people might stoop to that level of stupidity. Really, I didn't think they were that stupid. Huh? I don't know. I felt like everybody was pretty accurate. I feel like, I don't know. That sounds spoiler free to me anyway. No, that's fair. still made some questionable decisions. At least half of the time. I don't know. I agree and disagree. I think that, like, if you break down each decision that they make in the isolated situation that they make it in, there is reasoning that explains why they're making those decisions. And it's realistic reasoning that would go through somebody's mind. But when you look at the big picture and the implications of what they're doing, you're like, wow, that's so fucking stupid. But in that moment, it makes sense for them to be in that thought process. It's still stupid thinking, but it's stupid thinking that has explanation, if that makes sense. And so I don't feel like it's bad movie. It's just them being stupid because they're being stupid. You know what I mean? I do think that there is stupid moments, like I said, with the dialogue and the acting and stuff, based on, I mean, I guess that I should have stated like character writing and stuff. But when it comes to like the classic horror stuff and like the kind of like the kind of like slasher horror elements that I said, like that stuff, they make stupid decisions. But I feel like that is just the movie being like it's just that's just slasher horror elements. You know what I mean? Like that kind of old cheesy slasher horror, monster horror kind of vibes. But outside of that stuff, I felt like it was all pretty realistic. But I don't know. I didn't think they were that stupid, but maybe I have low expectations for the human race. Maybe I have low expectations. I don't know. It was a good movie though. I enjoyed it. Good movie. It was I don't know. I'd probably give it like yeah, but it makes sense. It makes sense. I know what you're talking about, but like it makes sense. Like it even explained it in the movie. Like people do act that way. Like legitimately people act that way. Like I've seen people act that way. Just recently I saw somebody act that way. Like some people just operate that way. Like they do. They just think that way. I don't know. Like I said, like I think like if you look at the big picture, it seems really stupid, but quite a bit of stupid. No, yeah, I but you also have to think that it's different people making stupid decisions. You know what I mean? Like there was some cheesy elements. There was some cheesy elements for sure. There was some cheesy elements. But I think that overall it was pretty solid. And I liked how it was written. Other than, like I said, some cheesy elements like the slasher horror, monster horror stuff, and like some of their dialogue and acting was a bit iffy at times. But I thought overall it was pretty good. It was actually, it wasn't really their acting, to be fair. It was mostly just the dialogue. So I guess like the writing overall. At times, it was a bit cheesy and stupid. But I think it was always tied to those kind of like cheesy slasher horror vibes that I was saying. Outside of that, it felt like everything was pretty well written. But I always wonder how that goes. Because, like, why don't they just... I don't know. Because, like, when you make an adaptation, why not just follow it to a T, right? It's because they want to make big bucks off of it, right? If you think about it. There was a moment very early on where everyone understands what is happening, and people still make ludicrously stupid choices as if they haven't seen what they just saw. That's not some people are just that way. That's just silly writing. Pleasantly forgotten just how much of the film was focused on one individual until Anna mentioned it. No, yeah. No, that's the thing though. That is not true. That is not true. It was not everyone understands what is happening. There was silly writing that meant that not everyone understood what was happening. But not everyone understood what was happening. Like, I don't deny that it was silly how that took place. But from going forward from that point, people didn't know what was happening. But I agree that it was silly how that went about. Are you both talking about the same moment? Potentially not. Potentially not. I mean, he said he hasn't seen it in a while, though. Get over how quickly and I would throw the fuck out. Yeah. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. No, yeah, she. Yeah. That was one part I didn't like, for sure. It was a major part of the film, for sure. Hadn't you already seen the movie? Buffkins? Or was that your first time watching it? Yeah, you'd already seen it. Hadn't you? First time watching it all together. Okay, you saw like clips and stuff. You know one good movie that I really like, actually? I really like The Truman Show. No, that's fair. That's fair. I really like The Truman Show. The Truman Show is like a classic to me. I think that's a great movie. I think that's a great movie. 1998. That's wild. It sounds like hell. That sounds like hell. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. That's fair. That's fair. How well is The Truman Show actually rated? Speaking of movies. Speaking of movies. 8.2 stars? What is it on Rotten Tomatoes? I had a conversation with some people on Twitter, which I should not have done. I made a grave mistake. Pretty highly. I had a conversation with some people on Twitter. I should not have done. It was a mistake. Somebody posted. So some big movie account posted, name a film that didn't deserve to flop at the box office, right? Okay. And some random guy posted a GIF of Suicide Squad, right? The new Suicide Squad, 2021 version. And I replied, this movie totally deserved to not do well, IMO, lol. As someone who loves the concept of Suicide Squad and was so excited for the first and second one, it actually amazed me how they made almost a repeat failure of the first one, lol. Right, that was my comment. And then somebody replied and said, what? ... The Suicide Squad 2021 has a really good score, meaning it's a good movie. And it has, they posted a picture that it has 90% on Rotten Tomatoes from the reviewers and 82% from the audience. I was like, okay. And I said, disagree personally. I do not think it counts as a good movie. Lol. And I put good in quotations. And then the guy who originally posted the GIF, right? The guy who originally posted the GIF said, well, there it is. You said personally in quotations. And I replied and I said, yeah, and you personally think it didn't deserve to flop, lol. Kinda the whole point? Question mark? And he said, fine. 300 people who liked my tweet so far also personally think it shouldn't have flopped. Like, okay. Okay. It has a really good score, meaning it's a good movie. Sounds like sarcasm to me. I don't think so. Because they're replying to my thing that says this movie totally deserved to not do well. But I guess, yeah, maybe they're trying to say like, oh, it did do well. As a good score. Maybe it didn't flop at the box office, to be fair. I don't actually know. I just assumed it did because this guy posted it. But maybe it didn't. I don't know. So yeah, maybe that person was being sarcastic. The second guy was just being dumb. No, yeah. Congrats, 300 bots agree with you. Would you like a cookie? What's up, Zamboni? Welcome. Welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Morbius. What are we talking about Morbius for? Jeez. Oh, you're saying that's the movie that shouldn't have flopped. I want to live in whatever Dululu land he's living in. That sounds so ignorant and blissful. No, yeah. That movie was not good. I wish it was, but it was not. Hey, somebody liked all 4 of my comments in the situation. See, like, I'm a winner now. Let's go. I got 4 likes. I did post a final comment. Which I will say for clarity. I said to his final post, I said, that doesn't make you correct. ... I said, silliest argument there is. Majority does not make something correct. Period. That's all I said. So nothing rude, just that he's fucking silly. I didn't even call him an idiot or anything, but he didn't really deserve to be called an idiot. He's just being fucking stupid. But I hate that it's like, oh, look, I mean, that guy could have been being sarcastic, actually. That guy could have been being sarcastic, that it has a really good score, meaning it's a good movie. That could have been sarcastic. I didn't take it that way. But maybe I should have. I don't know. I feel like I just assumed he was stupid. I feel like that's a fair assumption, but I could be wrong. I can't really think of a good movie that did badly. It's usually bad movies doing well. No, yeah. I tweet at him L+ ratio. No, I only got 1 like. I mean, I did ratio him. I got 2 likes. He got 1. So kind of got ratioed. So got ratioed. That is a good point. Yeah, I don't really keep track of what does well though. I don't really rate reviews. I don't rate like stuff like that very highly. I don't really care what reviews say about something. Like I've learned very early on in life that if you like something, you like something. It does not matter what anybody else thinks of it. Like reviews are fucking pointless. Like it's all like reviews are so fucking bleh. So I don't know. It's just usually not worth paying attention to them. Like it's good if you have to pay for something. It's good to know if you're going to like if it's going to be worth your money. That's like the main thing. That's like pretty much the only thing you should really use reviews for. Um, but I don't know. When it comes to movie reviews, I think it's really scuffed because obviously you can't take anything away from the movie a lot of the time. So you just get to see somebody's opinion. And movies are like so like some people have really weird concepts of what a good movie is. You know what I mean? Like it's really weird. Like some people will think some movies are really fucking good and they won't like understand what makes a bad movie. They'll just think that if they had fun, it's a good movie. Like think about all the crap that like crap movies that come out, you know what I mean? And it's like somebody's watching these things, you know what I mean? And making them successful. Like I don't know. I think movie reviews are like one of the worst things to fucking take like big effort from. Like big what's the word? Influence from. Like game reviews, well, game reviews are also fucking scuffed. But the one nice thing about game reviews is that you can watch gameplay. That's the big thing. You can watch gameplay and you can see very clearly if it's something that you're going to like or not. You know what I mean? You can also know how it runs and stuff like that, which isn't like opinionated. You know what I mean? It's objective. You know what I mean? How well is this going to run on, you know, moderate systems? And you can, you know, judge that. You can see what the settings menu looks like. You can see what the accessibility options are, that kind of stuff. Like movies, it's like you watch it and you watch it. You know what I mean? So you can't really like get a spoiler for it. Like you can't get any kind of review that really holds any kind of substance a lot of the time. So, what's a bad movie you secretly love? You and or chat. I really like Transformers in general. I like Transformers just as a series. Transformers are like really enjoyable to watch for me. I mean, the Suicide Squad, the first one, I thought the first one was better, honestly. I did like the first one, but I knew it was not good. You know what I mean? And I know Transformers isn't good either. I mean, like, it's like so fucking cliche. It's like it's like a fucking it's like a baking recipe. You just know everything is gonna happen a lot of the time, but it's fun to watch. Ooh, what else? I don't know. I don't keep track of the movies that I watch. I don't know. I keep track of them. My memory's so bad. I need to like write them down. I wanted to make movie reviews, but I just never find the time. That's so much shit to do. I don't know. I don't know. What are some bad movies that I liked? I liked that one movie. What was that movie we watched? The Hole? Was it called The Hole? Or Holes? Was it called Holes? Wounds. Was it called Wounds? It was called Wounds. I thought that was a good movie. I enjoyed that movie. I thought that was fun. You didn't like it. You didn't like it. I'm so much easier to please though. I'm just happy to be there. So unhinged. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't like the ending. No, I agree. No, yeah. The ending of that wasn't good. Felt like half a movie. It's a secretly love part that's throwing me. I tend to not hide when I enjoy a movie when I know it's bad. No, that's fair. What's a bad movie you enjoy then? What's a bad movie you enjoy? Not so secretly, yeah. What's a bad movie that you enjoy? I mean, I'm the same way. I don't hide when I enjoy something, even if I know it's bad. Like I'm not. I don't know. I don't seek others' approval for the things I like. Tango and Cash. I've seen mention of that. I don't know what it is though. Tango and Cash. Is it a cop thing? Got Sylvester Stallone, Kurt Russell. Okay, 1989. My God. I was 12 years not born yet. That's crazy. I was one. Yeah. I really enjoyed the remake movie of the A-Team. I really enjoyed that. And only after watching it did I find out that everybody else hated it. Only after watching it did I find out that everybody else hated it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. But I don't know. I had a good time. I watched it one day on YouTube. It was free on YouTube and I watched it. I like the A-Team. I like the theme song. It's great. It's great. I like the A-Team. It's just a fun experience. And I watched the it was a modernized movie of it. A-Team? 2010. It came out in 2010. It was a fun movie. I really enjoyed it. I don't know. Was it a good movie? No, probably not. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. What are some other bad movies I enjoyed? List of bad movies. Nah, there's not gonna be anything that I've watched on. I don't watch enough movies. I don't watch enough bad. Well, movie talk aside, fuck, what's the plan for tomorrow? I don't fucking. Dude. Problem fixed? Is it fixed? First Silent Hill movie. Does it have fucking anything in common with the games besides the handsome character? No. Is it a good movie? No. Is it a fun movie? You don't care about any of that. You just switch your brain off, kind of. Yet. Interesting. I don't want to watch that now. Silent Hill. Will it have any spoilers? 2006? Rotten Tomatoes, 32%. That's not very high. Oh, it's on fucking Peacock. Hey, it's got that same lady in it. Laurie Holden. Oh, it's got Smiley Girl. What was she in? Where do I know her from? Who do I know her from? Oh, Dark Matter. That's why. I like Dark Matter. I need to watch that. Technically it shares a plot point or two with the first game. Gotcha. Maybe not a good watch. Wait, I can't even play the first game though, can I? Wait a second. Why did they remake Silent Hill 2 before they remade Silent Hill 1? Or did they remake Silent Hill 1? Did they ever remake Silent Hill 1? The Silent Hill 2 is probably the most beloved horror game of all time. Gotcha, gotcha. But are they connected? Like, do you need to play 1 before 2? Or no? No. Okay. Well, seeing as how well Silent Hill 2 is done, maybe Silent Hill 1 is also going to get remade at some point. Could be. I could definitely see that happening. Could definitely see that happening. I don't even know what Silent Hill. I didn't even know what Silent Hill 2 looked like, to be fair. I do feel like we're getting some good games here and there, though. I don't know. Maybe it's just I wasn't paying enough attention before, but I feel like we've been getting some better games recently. I don't know if anybody else agrees, but I mean, Baldur's Gate 3, Space Marine, Silent Hill. Like, I feel like we're getting some very solid, like, great games recently. I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 was like ages ago by now, but I don't know. I don't remember anything else too great for a while now. I feel like, I don't know. Let's see, what were the most successful video games released in 2023? Hogwarts Legacy, that one was pretty good. Marvel Spider-Man 2, that was pretty solid. Call of Duty, who the fuck cares? Minecraft, that does not count. Mario Kart 8, again, doesn't count. Elden Ring, okay, that was obviously very good. Street Fighter 6, Final Fantasy, Dead Island. Dead Island was a big success, was it? Resident Evil 4 Remake, does that count? I don't know if that counts. Starfield, that was not a success. Yeah, this is just off of numbers. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, that was also not a success. Mortal Kombat 1, also not the biggest success. Diablo 4, it was a moderate success. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, that was a success, I'd say. Marvel Spider-Man 2 seemed like a success. I don't know. Silent Hill 1 and 3 are directly linked. Silent Hill 2 and 4 both are standalone stories that happen to evolve around the town. Interesting. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. Ugh. None of the other Silent Hill games were made by the original team and ranged from being barely connected to other games to not being connected at all. Gotcha, okay. That's crazy to think about how long that, like, as a franchise, as a name, has stuck around, like, with probably only the first 4 games, like, being any kind of, you know, substantial quality. I mean, to be fair, the other ones... I mean, wait, is Silent Hill based on something else? I thought it was just games originally, right? I don't think it's based on anything, right? It was just Konami that created Silent Hill as like a concept, and it's just the games that they had. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I don't know much about Silent Hill, to be honest. Pretty much all of my Silent Hill knowledge comes from the, like, before the game Silent Hill 2 came out and I watched people play it. Pretty much all of my fucking Silent Hill knowledge came from just DBD and Anima in chat. I saw people talking about bread. There's something about bread. Something about Cheryl and bread. I don't know what about it, but Cheryl likes bread or something like that. The comments about how something is bread, I don't remember. It's bread. It's bread. Okay. I saw that meme a lot. It was all over the DVD Reddit. It's bread. I don't know what it means. It seems like it's just a funny thing she said when she inspected a loaf of bread. I don't know. I don't know why that's so funny. I feel like I've seen that hundreds of times in other video games, but apparently when Cheryl does it, it's fucking top quality bands. To be fair, maybe that was the original. Maybe that was the OG. The OG. It's bread. See, can I look up Cheryl? It's bread. Why is this funny? I don't get it. It's bread. It's bread. It's bread. It's bread. It's bread. She says it a lot. She must like bread. Somebody doing an IRL cosplay and they're looking at a loaf of bread and saying it's bread. This is a well-known meme apparently. You can expect all sorts of some of the more humorous ones. Needs to be a thing now. No, yeah. Bread. Is that humorous? Just her saying it's bread? I mean, like, is that humorous? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just gotta fucking stick up my ass. Who knows? Apparently there's a GIF. Wait, can I look in the... Is there a GIF in... Cheryl, it's bread. That's I found a GIF. It's bread. It's bread. The fuck did you expect? That's fair. It's bread. It's bread. A little baguette. I like it. Alright, with that, I should probably get off. But we have some clips to watch first, probably. Bluffkins, there is clips from yesterday as well. Will you give all the clips? I'm gonna need double clips. We're gonna watch 6 clips. Well, maybe less, maybe more, I don't know. Around 6, roughly. I forgot. I remembered. I made sure I remembered because I did want to watch them. I said we would. So. We got a lot of clips to watch. Today I am the goldfish. It happens. It happens. First 3 from the other day. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got some clips. Lots of clips. So many clips. Let's see what we got. Like it. Relax. I'm not watching it without you guys. Don't freak out. Alright, we got 3 ready to go. Can I have the other ones as well? Just so I can have them ready. Easier if I can just have them all ready to go. Doesn't show up the little thing saying Watch Gamer Tide live. even got a what you call it in there, a little Rogue Legacy clip. Crazy. Setting up the clips. And it like blends in. You can barely hear me over that. Alright, let's watch. Let's watch these clips, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? These are from yesterday. Not even yesterday, like 3 days ago. See if I can even remember what happens. 2v1. We can go for it, guys. I do remember this actually. This was pretty epic. Fuck, that's not good. Look at that healing, dude. GG, nice job, guys. Dude, we fucking 2v1. I say 2v1, but so in this situation, it was me and the Geist. We were the only people left alive, but we had so much money compared to everybody else. Holy shit, we were like 20k above everybody else on our team. And the only people they had was the Gray Talon, and I think they had one. You can see like they had two people, but they were real poor. Go for it, guys. Poor money wise. And this Geist already seemed like a Giga Chad, so we went in. You can see my healing, dude. Look at that healing. It's insane. And then we get Singularity. That's not good. We get shot while we're in the Singularity. They can't kill us, which is insane. I don't know. Last was trying to backdoor. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. GG, nice job. He was so poor that I don't think it was even a risk. Okay. Like he is trying to backdoor. You can see him down there. But he was so poor that I mean, like he's killing the shrine, but fuck, that's not good. I mean, he had creeps. This is a wild game, though. This is a wild game. We were stacked. Me and this Geist were absolutely stacked. We were fucking destroying in that match. It's a good clip. Pretty epic. Perfect execution. I don't know what this is. Did I get away? Oh, that's wild. Oh, I made the same noise. Oh, fuck me, dude. I hit him with the parry, dude. I made the same noise. To be able to survive. I made the same noise. Okay, dude. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's just watch the rest of the clip. I knew you would go for it, dude. Abrams, they always go for the melee. They have like a rhythm. They just go melee, shoot, shoot, melee. Like it's like the same fucking shit every time. That is actually what I thought about it. I was like, he's gonna go for a shoot, shoot, and then a melee, and that's exactly what happened. I barely survived this fucking clusterfuck. That Abrams, he saw blood. He saw red. First melee, I didn't have the time to parry. Second melee, I knew it was happening. The only way I was getting out of there is with the airdrop. So I just immediately popped it. Oh, fuck me, dude. I hit him with the parry, dude. Same fucking noise. That's how you can know I do. My noises are genuine, okay? Alright, what is this? Clutch. This is a clutch. James got back on a gen, though. What a giga chad. Oh, I do remember this, actually. Maybe we can do this. I don't think this goes as well as I'd like. Halfway. I gotta loop out of my mind here. I do not loop out of my mind. That was good. Maybe I do loop out of my mind. I can't remember. That was bad. I should have looped back around. He's almost done, though. He's almost done. He's almost done. He's almost done. I'm exhausted, though. I'm not gonna get my adrenaline. I've got to get my adrenaline back. He's still chasing me? I've got to walk. He left me. No, don't finish it just yet, James. Let's go, James! Let's go, James! Okay, and then he clipped the clip there. I die, though. He gets James in time, and then he fucking gets a lucky portal and shows right outside. I mean, maybe it wasn't lucky. Maybe he knew, but... I talked about this after, actually. I can tell you what I'm thinking here, actually. Because I remember specifically what I was thinking. So, I run away here, right? And then I run back in. I'm fucking locking in, okay? Fuck that whole match before this. He did, yes. So, right here, as I'm running, right? I'm thinking in my mind, like, I thought he was going to go back to this gen, first of all. That's why I ran closer. Then he turns and chases me, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, he's gonna chase me. And I was like, okay, I can't play with this window, obviously. That's a terrible idea. So I was like, okay, well, I know the pallet over here to my right is up. But as I'm running, I realized that he doesn't have a noise cue when he holds out his hand. Because, like, I don't know, I don't play DVD that much. So it went through my mind, I was like, fuck, I can't really look away from him, because if he goes for his chain, I need to know. So that's why I keep looking at him, and then I look back, and then I keep looking at him. I thought he was going to shoot out a chain. I remember thinking this specifically in my head. I was like, oh, I'm going to run away from him. And then I was like, okay, where am I going to go? And so I wanted to focus on my pathing. But I realized, like, oh, he doesn't have a noise like Nurse or like Huntress or like Deathslinger. So I kind of need to look at him. And so that's why I kept looking back and forth. When I got hit here, I talked about this after. But when I dropped the pallet here, I should have just kept running. He would have been right on my tail. But then it makes it a really tough situation for him. But right here, where I turned around, that was just terrible play. Because even if I turn around here in time, this is just bad Survivor gameplay. This is like tier 2 Survivor gameplay. If you want to be tier 3 Survivor, you got to step it up, right? And the tier 3 Survivor would be to loop back around after I made the mistake of dropping the pallet. Well, I mean, tier 4 Survivor is not even drop the pallet and not even make that mistake. But tier 3 Survivor would be at least to loop back around the car and then force him to either go for the swing. Maybe I can bait the pallet if I have the distance and go around the side. Or I can fake the slide if he doesn't have the distance and then he comes back around and I didn't actually slide. Or I can do the actual slide and if he doesn't have the distance, he doesn't reach me. Right? You have 3 options. Whereas here, if I go back for the pallet, I have no options. Right? The options are he swings and he hits the pallet, right? Which is probably not going to happen because when you're sliding a pallet, your hitbox lingers for a long time. So he swings and hits the pallet, which probably isn't going to happen. And then I can go back and reset and be on this side, which is pretty strong. But the chance of that happening is pretty low. Or he doesn't swing and he just turns around and then chases me on that side. And then I'm in the exact same situation, if that makes sense. Or chances are he hits me. But he gets the swing there because it's quite easy to get hit there. And I'm kind of screwed. I talked about this after. That was bad play. That was bad play. But I had adrenaline, so it wasn't the end of the world, but it was still bad play. But I'm not the best survivor in the world. So. You have another clip. This is from today. She went into the void. Alucard's there. She picked up the fang. She does have barbecue. We know, but we can just crank this gen out. Ooh, that makes things interesting. What is this called? Because we might not be able to get this done in time, potentially. And we're both... Yeah, we are not going to be able to... Is that... I don't think that was the
We
stream.
might not be able to get this done in time, potentially.
That was just a clip here.
And we're both, yeah, we are not gonna be able to get this done in time. Shit, that's a tough situation. Just coming to this side of the thing. What are you doing?
She knew I was there. I mean, it makes sense I saved him earlier, but... Oh, I think that I know what this clip is about. When she throws through this fucking window.
That was close. That was a close one. Alright, he's dead. She went.
Alright, he's dead. He's dead.
That was close.
She couldn't actually hit me at that angle. Got hidden just in time, but... Outplay. This is a good clip. This is a good clip. I can already feel it. This is a great clip. Top quality clip.
God, she just fucking
That was
perfect
rough.
blinks there. That's a shame.
It's a shame. Oof, that was such a good bait.
You don't like that.
Holy. That was fucking clean with it. Hit her with the void. Yup.
Get fucking portal baited, bitch.
Oh,
Get
clean.
fucking again, dude. You're getting fucking rolled, bitch. Get the fastball.
Fastball was pretty clean.
Dodge again. Ooh, she went somewhere else.
That's around. That was pretty fucking clean,
Get
actually.
fucking played on.
That's pretty clean. This one, this start to it was super clean. Look at this. I was in a terrible spot too. Then I hit her with the. Oh, what a clean fucking. That was so clean. So clean. Then I hit her with the portal bait. Ooh. So clean.
Fucking portal baited, bitch.
Then I make her think about the window. Don't go for it. She blinks. Go around the
Get
fences.
fucking baited again, dude. You're getting fucking rolled, bitch.
Got the
Fastball?
fastball even? Crazy. Crazy. Who is this guy? That's a good clip. I like that. That makes me look really good at Survivor. We can watch a little cameo Rogue Legacy
And
clip.
It like blends in pretty well to every background, and it's very easy to apply to every game. Oh my god, Death Defy! Look at that. And it's just super simple. Well, I died for real. Death Defy again! Oh my god! Look at me, I'm like a cat. Got 9 fucking lives. Okay. Not that time. Got 3 lives, it turns out. And it like blends in.
You are
pretty
good at
well to
Survivor.
every
I'm okay
background.
at Survivor. I'm okay at Survivor. Not great. Thank you for all the clips. So many clips. All the best clips. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for all the clips. Great clips as always. Great clips as always. So now we're in a weird position because is the problem fixed? I don't know. I don't know. I legitimately don't know. I legitimately don't know. Thank you for the content. You're very welcome. Smile. I don't know. I don't know. Do we just go about business as usual? Do I like what the fuck? What do I do at this point? Like what do I actually do? I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if it's my hard drive. God, this is such a weird, like, because I don't know what's wrong. Did I replace my hard drive? Might be a good place to start. Replace my hard drive and then just business as usual. Replacing a hard drive is pretty fucking easy. I can just pop this one out. I mean, ideally, I want to move everything on it into a folder. I could put it all into a folder and then put everything on that folder into... What if it's not the hard drive? I could put everything that's on this hard drive into a folder, put it onto my external SSD, buy a new SSD, plug that in, and then I can move everything onto that new SSD in a folder, but don't actually access any of it. And then hopefully if anything needs it, it will create new pathways and stuff. Could be fucking Vanguard. Could Vanguard be fucking launching on my computer every time I launch it up? I got the fucking Riot client installed. Is that what it is, dude? Fucking Vanguard? Get that fucking shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. Disgusting. I mean, maybe I just... But, like, isn't everything gonna fucking break? Because I don't fucking know, dude. Oh my god. So annoying. Why is it so annoying? Help me. Fuck. I don't know. Should I like I've got all these like documents and stuff. Like do I need this? Like, what are these documents? Like what happens if I move all of these? Is everything just gonna be fucking busted? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know how that's all gonna work. I don't fucking. Maybe I just fucking run shit. Business as usual. I don't fucking. I don't know. I don't even know how long I'm gonna be able to stream for. Like going forward. So maybe it's not worth stressing over it. You know what I mean? Just try and have some fun streams. You know what I mean? Till the time comes. You know what I mean? Not a bad idea. Worry about it too much. I've got fucking. I've got fucking files on my computer from Here's a Storm. Last time I played it was 2016. Last time I played Overwatch was 2018. Sounds accurate. Played Arma 3 in 2016. Played Arma 2 in 2016. That long ago? Yeah, 5 years. All right. I should off. Sorry. Just thinking about what the plan is and stuff like that. I should get out of here. Was a good stream. Definitely a weird one. But it was fun. It was fun. I don't know what the plan is for tomorrow. I'm gonna try and figure it out. I just really don't want to play a game and it be like scuffed. You know what I mean? Like I don't want it to be like stuttering all over the place and kind of ruin the experience. I want, like, you know what I mean? Like I owe it to people to play any of the games that I said I was gonna play in, like, you know, a smooth way. I mean, I could just play something else that I want to play. That's not the end of the world, you know. Play something else that I just want to play. It's not a bad idea. I don't know. I'll look through the list and I'll see if I can find anything. If not, I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I'm gonna sleep on it and figure it out. I'm pretty lost at this point. I don't really know what the plan is. I think my worst fear at this point is that if I start playing something that I'm like excited to play and the issue just starts happening and it's stuttering all over the place. That's like worst case scenario. That'll really fucking kill my mood and like send me down a spiral. Like that just sounds fucking awful. So I'd rather just stay disappointed than to like have some hope and like make a plan and get excited, get in the mood, you know what I mean, and then just all my fucking happiness be crushed. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like what I'm worried about at this point. So I don't know what to do about that. But I guess we're just gonna have to give it a shot, just see how it goes, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's gonna be about it for today though. I'll figure that shit out myself. I'll let you guys know on the Discord, on the Twitter, all that good shit. But for now, I'm gonna head off. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. Thank you very much for watching. I do really appreciate it. As always, if you are new to the stream and you enjoy, you can hit that follow button down below. I'd really appreciate it. I do stream pretty much every single day, and I play a wide variety of games. I play pretty much anything and everything. So chances are, if you enjoyed the stream and you're new, you'll see me playing something that you enjoy watching in the future. So you can hit that follow button, that little heart down below, to follow and get a notification next time I go live, so you can tune back in, and I'll show up on your follower list over on the left side of Twitch, so you can always see if I'm streaming and tune in if I'm playing something you're interested in watching. But even though I do stream every day, your best bet, if you want to know when I start the stream, because I don't start at any specific time every day, is to follow me here on Twitch with a little heart down below, and you can get notifications here on Twitch, or you can follow me on Twitter with the link in chat, or you can join my community Discord with the link in chat as well. All three of those things are completely free. All they do is just give you a notification on each of those platforms, so you can always know when I'm streaming. The notification will let you know what time I plan to start at, when I actually go live, what game I plan to play, and how long I plan to stream, so you can get all the information that you need. So if you do want to do any of those things, there is those links in chat to my Twitter and my Discord, and then the heart down below to follow here on Twitch. But yeah, that should be about it for that stuff and the notifications. Other than that, I do have a YouTube channel where I post highlights and compilations, edited videos, clips, all that kind of stuff over on that YouTube channel. It's just general gaming content. I usually try and upload about twice a week, but I've been a bit busy lately. Chances are, if you enjoy the stream, you'll enjoy the stuff I post up on there. It's pretty similar. So if you do want to check that out, there's a link in chat. And lastly, I do have a VODs YouTube channel, my secondary YouTube channel, where I post all of my streams as full-length videos. So you can always watch them back if you missed a stream, or if you want to see me play a specific game that I've played in the past. It is all up on that secondary YouTube channel, my VODs YouTube. So if you do want to check that out, there's a link to that in chat as well. But if not, it's okay. The links are just there for the people who want them. But yeah, that should be about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Thank you everybody for watching. I do really appreciate it. Fluffkins, I'm very glad you enjoyed your stay as always. And Anima, you are very welcome for the stream as always as well. Thank you guys very much for hanging out, chatting, all that good stuff. I did enjoy hanging out as always. It does really mean a lot to me. I really enjoy streaming. So it's always the highlight of my day. I know that I've been a little bit down in the dumps lately because of the PC issues, but it's just fucking depressing. You know what I mean? And demoralizing. So hopefully you guys can understand. But I'm still having a good time streaming. When I do stream, it's just, you know, obviously this is, you know, a little bit casting a shadow, kind of, so to speak. So hopefully you guys can understand that. But I do still enjoy streaming. I've been having a good time. So, but yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I do really appreciate it. Even if you're new to the stream, even if you only got to tune in for a little bit, even if you were just lurking, I appreciate everybody who tunes in and chooses to spend their time here. It really does mean a lot to me. So thank you all very much for watching. Thank you all very much for hanging out. I do really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the stream, and hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. See you guys tomorrow.